Hey, what's up, everybody? Super excited to be here and to share a quick and powerful live with you all, connecting to your inner knowing to unleash your creative genius into the world. So if you're around, jump on, join me for some practical tips on how this works and personal stories of how it has worked in my life, as well as an invitation to hi Gary, to my complimentary advanced mindset training, which kicks off tomorrow at noon. Would love to have you there. This is specifically designed for newer entrepreneurs who are ready to boost their visibility and their sales, because what is happening in their business is they're frustrated with not seeing that increase in income and increase in influence. So this is designed exactly for them to get over that hurdle and to be on the road to smooth sailing success. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. So where this is coming from is, especially in Western society and in the US, there's a huge emphasis on the mind, very rational, logical thinking, and I am definitely one of those people. I'm super analytical. So learning how to connect to my own inner knowing was something that took some time, because I am fascinated with knowledge, with the mind, with being immersed in intellectual endeavors. And so a lot of times when we default to our mind, we neglect trusting our heart, or trusting that kind of nudge or intuition that we all have, because we think the mind knows better. And what happens when we do that is we're neglecting a huge part of our internal guidance system, because the deal is they need to work hand in hand. There is this sort of symmetry or symbiosis that happens between the head and the heart. And a lot of times those are disconnected. And a lot of us, myself included in the past, emphasize the head and dismiss the heart. And there are people who do the opposite, who are completely heart-centered and heart-driven, which is nothing wrong with that. But sometimes it is helpful to have the mind to have our back, or have checking around to make sure we're on the right path. So looking for those obstacles that we may not see when we're just completely leading with the heart. So it's finding that balance between both that is what we are working toward. So this has been a huge thing for me, because I was a person who, like I mentioned, was super analytical, super in my head, and often dismissed my intuition and didn't think it was that important, and thought I just need to study more and use my head more instead of trusting. There was another part of me that was as powerful, if not more powerful, than my head. So some examples of how this has worked in my life. I can remember a couple of years ago, the beginning of my business, I was drawn to go to this workshop. So it was a workshop about the body, because I've done a lot of work around body healing and body shame and recovering from eating disorders and just feeling more comfortable and confident in my own skin. So I was drawn to go to this workshop. It was on a Sunday, and while at the same time I'm building my business, but I didn't connect the two. It was like, I need to go to this because I'm drawn to this. This is important, and it's something that I'm passionate about, without any like, oh, I'm going to go because maybe I'll meet some people and maybe I'll connect with people. It was just, I want to go because this is something that is calling me. And so I went purely because I wanted to go, because it's a topic I'm passionate about, connecting to your body and being in a place of acceptance and love and honor of who your body is and your own skin. So I went, and at the workshop, didn't really actually share that much about my business, just was sharing as we were sharing our breakthroughs and our insights from the work that we were doing in the workshop. And at the end, a woman approached me and asked me for my card. I didn't have a card because I wasn't there for business. So I reached out to her afterwards. I got her information. We connected, and she ended up hiring me. So all that to say, if I had this plan in my head of, I'm going to go to this workshop because I need to get clients, or I can't go to this workshop because I need to go to a networking event because I need to get clients, I would have missed this amazing opportunity to connect with this woman who I never would have met otherwise in any other circle of my life. But the thing was, I was trusting my heart. Hi, Ted. Yay, so nice to see you. I was trusting my heart that this was the thing I needed to go to at this time, without even, having the rational mind talk me out of it, which, like I mentioned, would have been saying, why are you going? What a waste of time. You need to be working on your business and this isn't even related to your business. Luckily, I shut that part down and went because I knew it was important to me and it was something that I valued, and ended up signing a client. So the thing with intuition is it doesn't make sense a lot of times. We don't see like, oh, I'm going to go to this luncheon, or I'm going to go to the store, I'm going to go to the coffee shop, and while I'm there, I'm going to end up running into someone who's going to connect me with the client. We want to see that as rational, logical beings, but our intuition doesn't work that way. It doesn't show us the path. It merely provides the nudge of go to the park, go on a walk, go to this workshop, talk to this person, go to this event. And you have to be in a place where you are trusting that voice without attachment to the outcome. So going because you know, okay, I'm on a path to trust myself and trust my intuition. So I'm going to go, even though it doesn't make sense, and even though it might be inconvenient, and even though it might feel kind of silly and doesn't have any connection to my business, I'm going to go because I'm trusting myself. So how you can start to get more in touch with this place of trusting yourself, there's multiple things you can do. One of the things that I have done is through right before I go to sleep is doing some daily reflection journaling, because our mind is a little less active right before we go to sleep. So it's a great time to start to plant seeds before you fall asleep. And then when you wake up, within the first hour or two of your morning, spend some time, again, just writing some stuff down of whatever comes up. Because again, if you are allowing yourself some time in the morning before you check in with social media and news and all that garbage, and just listen to yourself, that's when, again, you're tapping into that huge wealth of knowledge that's within you that we often miss because we instantly go into action versus spending some time in reflection and uncovering what is already there. So morning and right before bed are great times to start to connect with your intuition. Also carrying a little, well, we all carry these things, right? So you can carry a little notebook, or when you have your phone, if when you get this hit of intuition, just type it in your phone or write it down. Okay, so I have this idea that I want to do this movie, or I want to write this book, or I want to talk to this person, or I want to ask this person this thing. Write it down. If you can't do it right away, but ideally do it right away. And again, let go of the outcome. Let go of them having to have a specific response. So for example, I've been asking people a lot of different requests lately without an attachment to them having to say yes. It's merely the practice of, I got an idea to ask this person for this thing, and I'm going to ask whether they say no or not, because I'm also in the habit of just practicing getting no's and collecting no's, because it just gets me to ask. And through the asking, you're creating more confidence in yourself, and you're also planting a seed. Whether they say yes or no, you've planted a seed either with them or with yourself of, oh, okay, so who else can I ask this? Or that person might say, actually, this is the person you can ask. You never know. But when you don't ask, you don't trust yourself, you dismiss that opportunity. And that could be the very opportunity that's leading you to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing. So other ways to connect more with your inner knowing is to spend some time in nature. So walking in a park, walking barefoot in the park is even better. Spending time outdoors, spending time even just 5 minutes in the sun. So without sunscreen, just letting yourself get some vitamin D. So anything you can do to remove distractions of social media, of your phone, of TV, of other people, and really listen to what surfaces in those moments, and be willing in those moments to act on it immediately, no matter what, no matter how scary, ridiculous, confusing, funny, foolish, whatever the words that come up that you're like, that's silly, that's ridiculous, I would never do that, that's crazy. Notice that's the inner critic. That's the voices of your rational mind telling you not to do it. And so when you can catch it and say, you know what, I don't care, I'm going to do it anyway, because I'm in the practice of trusting myself more and more and more, and anything that comes up, I'm going to take action on without attachment to the outcome, because I'm simply building trust in myself. So as you do this, of course, it allows your genius to come out, because your genius comes out when you trust yourself. It is a creature that deserves trust and deserves reverence. And so when you're half in, half out, and I don't know if I really, really want to do this, you're not allowing your genius to come out. And so it's allowing yourself the space to allow your genius to take place, to come to the surface, to start to be the person that demands what they desire and creates what they desire. So I would love to hear from you all. What are some ways that you connect to your intuition? And what are some tools that you have used that you have found have worked for you in the past? Obviously, other things, as I'm waiting for your responses, guided visualization is a huge one. So seeing yourself with the result that you desire already accomplished and experiencing those feelings of appreciation and gratitude and joy as if it already happened, because your subconscious doesn't know, is this true or is this imagination? And especially if you connect deeply with the emotional aspect and experience that joy of having accomplished what you desire, that tricks your body. And it also, a lot of times, the reason we want what we want is because we want to experience a feeling. And so when you're giving yourself that feeling already, you're seeing you're already advanced. Like, oh, wow, I can already create this feeling of impact, of influence, of wealth right now. And so imagine how much closer you're getting to what you desire. Yay, nice, Ted. Journaling in the morning, visualization, meditation. Awesome. And setting intentions, so huge. I've been doing that more in the mornings too, setting my intentions. And I've been practicing a meditation by Joe Dispenza, which is a meditation to start to rewrite old beliefs and replace them with new beliefs. So that's been super powerful, because that also helps you step into the genius that you are. Hi, Sophie. Yay, so nice to see you. So all of that to say, it may not come easily. Like I mentioned, it wasn't easy for me because I'm a very intellectual person and have spent a lot of time in my head. And so it's finding what works for you. It's playing around with different tools, with spending time in nature, with practicing gratitude is huge, and experiencing gratitude as if what you desired has already come true. So imagine the feeling of gratitude of having already achieved all of your desires. Like, what would that feel like? Like running around the house, like dancing, jumping, doing cartwheels, whatever it is that you do to experience gratitude, and really experience it. Not just like, well, that was kind of nice that, I got that book published, but like unleashed gratitude. Oh my God, I got that book published. And I've even recorded messages to friends, like my good friend who actually passed away, unfortunately. I record messages to her telling her, oh my God, so amazing, this is what happened. And I'm telling her the thing that hasn't happened yet, as if it already happened. And then I can listen to those messages and hear my voice of how enthusiastic and excited I am. And that just pumps me up even more. So it's allowing myself to experience that now instead of waiting until it happens to experience it. Because what it does, again, it helps you see that nothing and no one outside of you has power over you, that you're the one that gets to create what you desire in every moment and what you want to experience in every moment. So, any questions? And again, all of this ties to genius, because your genius requires trust, 100% trust and 100% reverence, that it's not this thing that kind of like, okay, she kind of, maybe I'll come out and play. It demands obedience. And so when you hear that hit of intuition to call this person, to do a live on a certain topic, to promote a training, whatever it is, do it and let go of the outcome. Like right now, I'm promoting a training, and I'm super psyched about it, and I need to let go, and I am letting go of the outcome. I need to do it regardless of what happens because it's something I feel passionate about and that I want to do. And if it brings me nothing, it brings me nothing. If it brings me something, it brings me something. But I'm doing it no matter what because I'm trusting my intuition is guiding me to do this. Maybe just for me to do it. Maybe that's it. And that's okay. I'm still going to do it with full energy and enthusiasm and force because that's what's required of my genius. So, speaking of my training, it is coming up tomorrow at noon. So if you are not signed up, no, Ted signed up. I'm so psyched that you're there, Ted. So Sophie, if you are interested, tomorrow at noon in my private Facebook group that is designed just for this training, it's to really get over the hump of frustration of not progressing more quickly, more consistently in your business, and boosting your visibility, boosting your sales. So it's advanced mindset training to be in the place where you are highly visible and attracting your ideal clients and enrolling them consistently into your business because that's who you are. You're letting your genius out by trusting all the steps that come to you, whether they make sense or not, whether that's silly or crazy or scary, you're going to do what it takes to bring your business to the level that you desire. And that's what this training is all about. So if you're interested, the link is above. Got on a little tangent there. And I would love for all of you to be there. And if you have questions, reach out, send me a DM. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm super psyched to get to hang out with you today. And I hope to see you all tomorrow. I know we'll see you, Ted, and maybe I'll see you, Sophie, and maybe I'll see you, Gary. And I'll talk to you all soon.